Pokimane, the Twitch streamer, is trying to put internet trolls in jail. Yeah. If you've ever called Pokimane mid, if you've ever criticized her for any reason, you could be put in jail very soon on her new legislative plan that she's going to present, I assume, to, legislators in Congress.
Maybe she can hire Milo as a political.
Yeah. This is a whole, she apparently has a written out 10-point plan for, how to legally punish people for derogatory things that they say about her on the internet. Because it's gone too far.
The first thing you should always be wary about anyone that sets out to punish anyone vaguely. Be very wary of someone who's I've got a plan to punish people.
It's kind of weird to say it out loud as well.
You should think twice. If you've got a friend who's I got a way I want to punish people, you should maybe ask questions.
Well, it's funny because Twitch streamers ordinarily use the apparatus of using Twitch employees to do their bidding rather than going to the extent of the law. Let's just watch this video from what Pokimane said on her stream the other day.
Okay. Shall we make sure the volume's good? We're good.
I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation.
She's that's the word, right? Legislation.
That holds people accountable for the actions that they do online.
What actions do you do online?
I would love her to elaborate on this.
I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes.
She's been texting with AOC.
But yes. I think there are some companies that I'm going to message, or not companies, organizations.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to, capitalism bad. Go
not
to the
companies,
NGOs.
but
NGOs.
the ADL maybe.
Involved with certain causes, and I'll be listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl. Because I think if you want to pass a bill, you usually go in front of a group of politicians and you explain your cause. Oh my gosh. I'll do it.
She'll do it.
You literally don't know how this works, do you?
Do you remember there was the video who was it, chat? Who was it that went in front of the UN or or the ADL or whoever? Was it Sarkeesian or was it Zoe Quinn that went in front of the government to talk about bullying in video games? I'm getting strong vibes. Gamergate is back, guys.
Yeah.
They never let it go. It never goes away. It will live. It will be omnipresent forever.
I will always stand by that tweet from, was it Tyler the Creator?
Yeah.
That was
he's
what is cyberbullying? Just close your laptop, just walk away from the screen, turn off your computer. It's not that hard.
And I even take a little bit more of a middle stance on that because look, if you're in school and you're surrounded by the same people every day, you can absolutely
it's a lot different
as
for
an
literal
adult
children than a fully grown adult woman
grow up
who is a media personality that makes millions of dollars per month off of just sitting there mostly in silence getting donos. I don't sympathize with you when they say they get bombarded on their streams with hate viewers and trolls in their chats and whatever. But that is just par for the course if you are a public figure on the internet. And more or less, that's the drawback to your line of work.
Yeah. It's
she's
you have
very
to
fortunate to have her line of work, actually.
It's funny, too, because one of the hardest things about doing this job for me is I don't like public speaking. I don't like putting my opinions before an audience to be judged, as we just found out, as I just took the L on the last topic, and people have obviously here very respectfully. People are, for the most part, I'm assuming in the chat, being respectful, and they disagree with me, but they're not trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But it's that doesn't mean I like doing it. That doesn't mean I have strong opinions, but I don't feel strongly enough about most of myself to feel I have anything special to say. But I love my job. I want to share my opinions with people, but at the same time I don't. It's a very weird dynamic. But that does not mean you have a right to tell other people that they don't have a right to their opinions. You chose this line of work. I chose this line of work. So if people are going to leave comments for me that say negative things, that's part of the job.
Even we have a situation that is unique from Pokimane's, because what she does on stream is she interacts with the chat and, like, from my understanding, like, streams playing video games. Yeah. And she doesn't have to say her opinions on serious issues most of the time. So she's not opened up to any real scrutiny except if it's about her appearance. Yeah. And obviously that's like completely superficial and easy to ignore. Really, like, you don't have to feed into it by showing them that it upsets you. I think that's the main thing. If it upsets you, that's one thing. But if you respond to it by saying that you want to legislate to get them in legal trouble just for, like, calling you a 3 out of 10, or, like, saying that you don't look good without makeup on, or, you know, commenting on how your body looks or whatever, like, that is absolutely insane. And I think proof that a lot of women on the internet are very fascistic,
very authoritarian,
and would like to, you know, have just absolute authority on who gets to speak. And of course, it never is applied to them.
I mean, we kind of learned this through COVID, right? How many people love the idea of controlling other people?
Yeah, like, especially women.
Because
we've like misplaced our role for maternal, overbearing mothers.
Yes.
But
there are no helicopter moms anymore. There's just helicopter hoes on the internet being mean to everyone.
Well, they're Karens. Like, one person said this video is literally an audition to be an internet Karen. Yep. And that's, I mean, yeah, you literally want to speak to the manager or be the manager. You want to instrumentalize all of the internet hall monitors more than you already have. Imagine being on the mod team for Pokimane's Twitch channel. Like, I think that is proof that there are, like, some very mentally unwell people on the internet who want to silence speech that is not even illegal, not even threatening, but just kind of rude.
Well, that's how we've gotten to this point, right? Where whenever somebody says hate speech, say, okay, how do you define that? Speech you hate, speech you don't like, speech that's mean. That's the whole point.
Officer, how could it be hate speech if I loved saying it?
The whole point of this is like, is that you have to put up with this. Like, it's one of the things that I laugh because the YA world has gotten really, really bad about, like, nobody can, like, everyone's awful to each other. And most people in the comic industry or in these industries, they don't know how to take criticism. Right. And it's a lot harder now because back in the day, people wrote your publisher letters and criticized your work. Right. Now you're subjected to that criticism all the time. If you choose this work, that's your cross to bear.
I think that this is incredibly ironic coming from a Twitch streamer because as we know, some of the most popular, like, homepage mainstream content on Twitch is overtly sexual content.
Yeah.
That under 18 users are able to click on and watch instantly, unsupervised, and that is perfectly allowed. People have been calling for Twitch staff to intervene in this problem for so long, and there's been so little action taken. Like, there are literally Twitch thoughts licking microphones shaped like ears. As like sexual ASMR. Guys, and that's just mainstream content on Twitch, but you're telling me people can't call you mid in your live chat? Like, just, like, shut up.
Yep,
I'm sorry. Like, that's internet Gestapo. Yep. Like, someone said women get called mid online and want to create an internet Gestapo where, like, you're snitching on other people on the internet.
I love the idea
say something, a take that's not allowed.
That maybe this is like is this a problem that's unique to women? Because women are so used are now so used to being lavished with praise constantly. And they're constantly told they're beautiful. They're given compliments online endlessly. Where like now, not only do they get to control that, but they get to control when and how. So now, like, I was watching a bunch of, I went down the rabbit hole of polite catcalling this weekend. It's like my new favorite thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn girl, you look like you have your Wi-Fi password memorized. And it's just, you say really nice things to girls and a girl does it to guys, like with the megaphone. But it's like women get to control, like get so much attention that now they not just get to get so much attention, they get to control what attention they get, when they get it, and anything less is a crime.
It's the attention economy.
Yes.
The women who are getting 80% of the attention want to control the 20% that are giving it to them. Does that translate?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
they
way
want the whole 80%.
overreaching for someone who gets most of their income based on their appearance. Okay, like I don't think strippers get this level of control over the attention that they receive in strip clubs.
But also, like, strippers and people who work in porn accept that they're going to get.
It's kind of creepy. Thank you, guys.
That will go up until New Year's, guys. They understand that by working that profession, they're going to get that kind of negative attention. So they just accept it, right? They want the middle ground. They want to be adult entertainment adjacent, or at least they want to sexually appeal or use this sexual marketplace as a tool to make money without any of the attention that runs contrary to anything but positive. And that's a weirdly utopian view of the world that doesn't actually deal in human behavior, because that's not how the world works. But it is hilarious to me, because you just can't I can't imagine a world where I get to control everything that comes into me, that comes into my life. And what I can control, I take responsibility for, right? Like, I don't read the comments. I don't read, like, I interact with people who send me messages, good and bad, like as much as I can. But it's like, I don't expect people to have nothing but positive things to say about me. And nor does that invalidate anything that somebody says negative. If somebody leaves us a comment and says, this show sucks, does that mean that person doesn't have a right to their opinion? No. They absolutely have their right to that opinion. If somebody says, Brett, like, I remember my favorite comment was like, it was like, made fun of my glasses being crooked and how I can't read. And I'm like, okay, like, am I supposed to be like, I can, hurt the ego a little bit, but is it going to ruin my day to the point where I'm going to tell that dude that he needs to have his speech legislated by some corrupt government official and weird, like, I guess, would it be the FBI?
Someone said I need to check my social credit score. This is what I think Twitch, like female Twitch streamers would implement if given the chance. That's why they should be nowhere near a legislative body of any kind. They would literally throw people in jail for calling them mid or like insulting their looks, because I think what they're not willing to admit is that a lot of their income is based on their looks. Yeah. And that's fine. Like, that's the name of the game of, like, being a TV show host and being an actress, being a model. Being a Twitch streamer is not super different, and you can't tell me that, when Amaranth wears skimpy outfits on Twitch and gets up and walks around through the room she's in to show the full view of her body, that it is not the focal point of the stream. Yeah. And also, like, a lot of the reason that her recent, like, scandal with her, I guess now ex-husband got so much attention, right? Yeah. Like, that's how the attention economy works, like it or not.
Maybe to me, part of it is also like there's a perspective issue here. For me, I love this work despite the drawbacks of not being the most, like, social person or not liking the idea of always having my opinions judged. I love the work and I feel blessed to do the job. And I think I try to make it a point regularly to let the chat know and the people watching, like, look, I'm honored that you take time out of your day, good or bad, to watch these videos, leave comments on these videos. If you subscribe to the channel, I feel honored that you take the time to give us a part of your day and listen to us. I don't know if there's any level of gratitude there. I think there's a lot taken for granted.
There's a lot of contempt coming from creators to their own audiences.
I don't like that.
And it's spanning across social media influencers, all the way to the showrunners for TV shows that hate the fan base.
Yeah.
It's like this, it's a contagion that's just everywhere at this point, and I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's just a sense of entitlement that you deserve the position of influence you've gotten for some reason.
I think part of it is that there's no, like, it's too big to fail. Like, all these companies are too big to fail now, right? Like,
is Pokimane too big to fail?
With them, that's even worse, right? Like, when a mainstream celebrity hates the audience, I think it's abhorrent and I think it's stupid. But I get that there's there's a certain amount of disconnection from the average person there. But somebody who makes their money on like a show like this, our job is to entertain people, and people super chat. Our job is to entertain people. Hopefully they watch, and there's ad revenue, right? We are a lot closer to the audience than somebody who just gets their check from Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. And connects that way. I feel like we talk to the audience on a daily basis. Like, for them, it's very disconnected from it. So I think they're stupid, and I think that they're self-centered, but it makes more sense for a mainstream celebrity to be stupid and self-centered and in contempt of their audience. It doesn't make sense for somebody who has such a close relationship with the people that they interact with, with their fans, to have so much contempt for the people that watch them.
For Pokimane, she has like this army of moderators in her chat who I presume are just silencing any dissent to any of her opinions or any criticism of her looks, any aspect of her personality, superficial or not. Like, you're not allowed to speak ill of this person. Yeah. And she doesn't want it to just be in her own chat. That's the problem. Like, your chat, it's your rules, I suppose. But she wants to legislate anything you say about her on any corner of the internet. Yep. And it's just not only impossible to enforce, but if you try, then you end up getting more people hating you than you otherwise would have. You're drawing more attention to yourself, and you're also letting them win. That's what trolling is, essentially. If you let them know that it bothers you, that's letting them win, and that's exactly what she's doing. I would love to know.
That's why I never respond. When people say negative things about me, I like, in the chat, it's different. Like, we're doing a show like right now. But if somebody leaves a message for me, like a really nasty message or comment on social media, I just don't respond. You're giving them what they want.
Someone in the chat said, someone said that Pokimane was aging, and that's why she said that. I think that might be true, because I saw this tweet from Jet Neptune that said, I tweeted "you're aging" at Pokimane, and days later she's saying she would have laws that criminalize trolling.
I mean, she could be saying that about any comment. I'm sure she gets comments every day.
He seems to think that it was his comment that triggered this reaction. So I don't know, but yeah, like, I think that just means that you need to get you need to like form meaning and identity around something other than like how you're perceived online. Some people were saying that this is like why the internet was a mistake. Other people are saying that allowing women was on the internet was a mistake. But like, maybe it just needs to be like gender segregated if it were to work at all. And that's impossible to do.
I don't think that any human being was designed to get as much attention as you are now able to get online. And I don't think it's healthy in most respects. I don't.
If you think about how intoxicating male attention is to females, it is actually a miracle that all of them are not going the route of Pokimane. That is
did you see
quite like a wonder.
Did you see the Melanie Mac thing about her, like, she's got a
stalker?
Like,
she tweeted about this situation where a guy drove 15 hours to her location thinking that she was his future wife, and he made videos about that.
Dude, I do not envy being an attractive woman on the internet.
It's pretty scary, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't think that giving more attention to it is the right way to go. Like, I just don't think it's a smart decision.
Well, hopefully she stays safe, but that is a scary situation. Like,
whether it's somebody who is actually a physical danger to you or somebody who is just trying to make fun of you on the internet in a harmless way, don't put a spotlight on it. That's a bad idea. This is like internet culture 101. I don't know why someone who's been on the internet as long as Pokimane has would be uninitiated, but
I mean, also a part of it.
Common sense.
If she it's also just smart business sense. Like if you really think about it, any news like for her, any news like this is still good publicity for her. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
We have fallen into the trap, and I fully admit that. So, thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.